What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Burndown YouTube channel. So in today's video, we're going to install this little guy. This is the return cam. I don't know what the technical term is for it. Turn signal cam. That's the technical term from Dorman in the old Malibu. So on race week last year, or yeah, 2021, I'm getting confused because it's coming up for this year's, but last year, back in my day, when I went to Rocky Mountain Race Week, getting in and out like a million times from driving, and like we put over 1,000 miles on the car, multiple race days, all that fun stuff. This guy trying to climb over the bar and get in and out is a little long, and the plastic in there is roach. This is actually the second one. A buddy of mine had this, and he gave it to me because I broke the other one too. So this sticks out, you know, further than because I got the little baby wheel on here. So I just hit it and snapped the thing off. And it was right towards the end of race week, so I didn't have any blinkers or anything, which probably isn't that great. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna replace that crusty ass plastic piece. If you have a GM, a lot of times, like I think even like the G bodies and stuff, I don't know how long they made that little plastic piece that's in there, but I think it fits a lot of different makes and models. They break off, so we're gonna change that today. It's not that hard, but it's a necessary evil because blinkers are important on a street car. And then when I have it apart, I'm going to take that little arm and we're going to cut it down so it's short. So it'll be kind of a pain in the butt to turn blinkers on and off. But when I'm jumping in and out, hopefully the chances of breaking it off next time are a lot slimmer than they are now. So the other thing I'm going to do is my buddy John, when we were thrashing to put this thing together, we were putting carpet and stuff in here. I dug this steering wheel out of the trash can. A buddy of mine was like throwing this thing away. I'm like, give me that. So I had John slap it on here, and it's always been kind of crooked. So we're gonna drive back and forth and try to straighten the wheels up as best we can, and then see if we can put it on a little straighter. But it's been like that the whole time. The chances of me getting it straight are probably slim to none, but we'll try and we'll see if we can do a little bit better, but no promises here. So let's move this thing back and forth a bit, kind of straighten it up, and then we'll pull the assembly off, and then we'll get in here and we'll show you guys how to replace it. So we moved the car back and forth in the driveway a bunch. So this is the angle, I think, for the tires to be pretty straight. So when we pull it off, we'll try to put it back on straight. We'll see how that is. Maybe we can take it around the block. But let me grab some Allen wrenches and some tools, and then you and I will take this thing apart, see how we go. So we took this off. It's just 5 Allen screws. This thing seems like it's chrome, but it has like some crud on it. And then this guy is, I believe it's aluminum, and then it's mounted on here. So I'm thinking, since we have this thing off, you can see how ugly it is, because it was, like I said, I pulled it basically out of my buddy's trash can. Maybe while we take all this apart, we'll replace the cam, and then maybe we could spruce these parts up a little bit. I did make some miniature Uncle Gus stickers, and I think one would fit in the middle for like a horn button, so that's cool. And I think this pops out of here. So I've got some, yeah, make it just like that. Oh, one-handed. Look at me, look at me. So maybe we could do some steel wool or something on this, or just shoot this ring black or something. I don't know. Let's spruce it up. We'll take a little bit of time, and because this is off, I don't think once this is back in here, I'm not going to take this thing off again. So I'll think about it as we replace this. But yeah, let's get this bolt off. So we'll set this junk over here, and then we'll figure out what size this is, and we'll get this pulled off, and then we got to get back into here. So I think once this comes off, it'll give us access, and then we'll see how we go. Oh, hello, floppy fandangle. So we took the adapter off. That's what holds the wheel on. And then I believe this guy needs to move out of the way. But you can see in here that this is loose. It didn't break off there, but it looks like this is our culprit here. You know, roached out, original 1960 something plastic. So okay, let me get my little puller, and then you screw it into here, and then it'll push on the center here, and it'll slide this off out of the way, and then we can get back in here and take those screws and things out, and take this guy off and figure out how to modify it and reassemble. Okay, so you get this far, you take all the hardware out, and then you're like, man, why won't this thing come out? Well, here's the tricky fun part. You have to loose this stuff up, and then you push this guy down, and then this is why you can't pull it out, because they put a screw on the back side because GM was awesome like that. So you get the screw off the back, and then you can put the other piece back on and reassemble it. So yeah, I mean, I wish it was straightforward. You just take the screws off in here, and that would have made life a lot simpler. But no, you gotta loosen everything up, push it back, and then you can get the dude in the back. And then you're a happy camper. So immediately with every aftermarket part, this hole won't allow the screw to pass through, which means if I screw this guy on here, boop, like so, I can't get a screw through that, which means I couldn't bolt it on, because I can't get this on if that's bolted down, right? So let me figure out this screw situation. I'll show you what I do if I just dig one up, or if we end up just grinding the head of the other one down. You gotta love these 20-minute, 1-hour jobs, right? So as luck would have it, I did have another screw that was the same pitch and length with a smaller head. But if not, I would have just taken a grinder to the head on this thing until it fit through. But because I have this one, we are back up and running. So we'll screw the new piece to this. We'll reassemble it. This is a good time and chance for me to put a little grease in here. You can see this thing has like no grease at all in it. I'm hoping the bearings don't fall out of it, but this is my steering column bearing. So we'll grease this little guy up, and then on all these little guys here, I'm going to use a little bit of blue Loctite because there's no washers or nothing. These are pretty coarse, but I figure we'll just do a little dab will do ya, and that way stuff doesn't back out. And then this guy, I'm gonna go red on this dog because this thing always seems to just loosen up. So my steering wheel every once in a while is loose in the car, which is always a bad idea, and like 100 miles an hour. So let's do that, and that's pretty much the trick. So I'll bring you back when it's assembled, and then at least when this part's assembled, and then we'll figure out if we're gonna mess with the steering wheel prettiness at all, and we'll get this thing wrapped. So let me get to work, reassemble all this junk. We'll give you guys a gander, and then we'll mess with steering wheel stuff. You know when something's supposed to be simple and straightforward, it never is, right? So here we are. I'm playing with this thing, and I put it all together, and then I would test it, and it would go one way, but it wouldn't go the other way. And then this is what I've figured out we're gonna do. If you look right here, that's what the blinker going left. So it'll come down, and this plastic piece runs into that. That's like the stop right there. Well, when I go back this way, you can see it's higher than that plastic piece there. So I have this loosened up, and if I push this all the way back, see it? It won't actually engage. This one will. See, it'll go down and it holds it, and then back, and then this one. Got no left blinker, so I got to take this off and shave this piece down to get it to engage. So maybe it is a good thing if you're watching this, if you thought it was really that straightforward, because apparently it's not, at least not on my car. So let me shave that little plastic piece down, and then we'll get the cam to work properly, and then we'll move on. Well, that's not good. We're not blinking. And I heard a pop. I think we just popped a fuse. Alright, so I grabbed my multimeter, and I was gonna ohm the switch itself out, because as soon as I hit it, it busted the fuse. But upon further inspection, for moving this in and out, it looks like, obviously we cut this. It looks like it's just the one dude. So I'm gonna do what any self-respecting car guy would do. We're gonna break out the old black tape. We're gonna wrap it around there. I'll find another fuse, and then I want to check the circuit. We'll turn it off and on to see if our blinkers actually do in fact work. And then we'll put it together gingerly this time, instead of like a caveman. And hopefully we didn't roach anything else out further down. I don't think so. I think it's just right there for me manhandling the thing, because it's been off and on, trying to get this adjusted and trying to figure that part out. So hopefully you do your due diligence and you're not such a bull in a china shop, and you have better luck. But let me find a doohickey, we'll throw it in there, hit some switches, we'll see if things go blinky, and then we'll keep rolling. Alright, so this episode went way downhill from do it right to cross your fingers and pray to the blinker gods. So we turned it on. We got, it's hard to hear because the thing doesn't make noise, but yeah, like the ping pong sound in there from the relay Mine's not very loud. So this dude seems to be killer, but that one isn't working. But the back right rear is. Unless it's gonna make a fool out of me. No, so we're good. So, switch is fixed. The ping pong noise isn't there. And then this guy isn't happy. But, that's okay, you know. 3 out of 4. What do you want from me, guys? Ta-da! So here's the finished product. We cut this down pretty darn small. But with the steering wheel on, I already tested it. You can grab it and I can still flick it with my fingers. But getting in and out, it's way less out of the way, and my steering wheel is larger now than this guy. So I'll hit the steering wheel before we'll hit this and break it off again, as where before this used to stick out past the steering wheel. So that is that. We also broke this thing down, and then I'm gonna figure out what finish. I think I might just spray the middle black, or we'll steel wool it and see how it looks, kind of. And then this thing is just dirty, you know. You can see where it used to be kind of polished and then it's not. So I'm gonna figure out the finish on this thing too. Maybe we'll just paint like the inside black or something, and you know, just this part. So on the back side, maybe we'll just leave this, or we could brush finish the thing. I haven't really decided. I don't have a ton of time, but this will be fun because it's off and it's something. If I don't ever do anything, it'll just be this ugly roached out thing forever. So I took it all apart, so I'm like, I'm just gonna address it. We're not gonna put it back on. But this is where I'm gonna wrap the video. So we've got our blinker to work, down, up. We're not gonna obviously take it around the block right now because I don't have a steering wheel, but all in all, I think it worked out well. This thing took way too long. So, you know, having the puller, having to find the hardware for the puller, not having that screw that was wrong, having to shave down the little piece. So I will say this is one of those 15-minute projects that it's like, whew, way too much time spent. But what are you gonna do? I mean, I was using hand signals, but that only goes so far, especially without power steering. It gets kind of hairy trying to make turns one-handed in a car with no power steering and a 13-inch steering wheel or whatever this is. But that's it. We got through it. Next time, next video, I'll show you what this looks like because I'm going to complete this off camera. I'm not going to beat you guys up doing, you know, dumb little finish things to it. But I'll show you how it turned out, what it actually looks like in the next one. So you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, share. Till next time, I'm out.